Hey guys, so hello, welcome back to my kitchen. Today we are back with another tomato paste video. If you are interested, please relax and continue watching. So guys, as always, we have our tomatoes from the farm. Here I have the Campari and the Roma tomatoes. Those are the varieties I'll be using. So the very first thing I'm going to do is to wash my tomatoes properly, okay? So I just immerse them in room temperature water. I sprinkle some salt all over the tomatoes and I give them a thorough wash. Feel free to use any type of tomatoes that you have to make this tomato paste. It mustn't be the types that I'm using here. After washing the tomatoes, go ahead and cut into the tomatoes. The reasons are to help you to look at the inside just to make sure that everything is okay. Another reason is to help your blender. And the final reason is just to remove where the stalk of the tomatoes were attached. I got a lot of questions from my last tomatoes video because a lot of people were wondering why I didn't remove the skin and the seeds. Okay. And they also wanted to know if it will make the tomato paste to taste bitter. Okay, so the answer is this: no, it is not going to be bitter. I don't remove the skin and I don't remove the seeds, and the tomato is not going to taste bitter. It's going to be great. So just go ahead and blend the tomatoes. You don't need to add water while blending your tomatoes because tomato has a lot of water already, so you don't need water. But it depends on the blender you are using. Okay, you may just add little water just to start off the blending process. To make everything faster, I'm going to be using my two blenders to blend the tomatoes. The first one here is Ambiano. I used the highest speed to blend the tomatoes. Then the second blender here is the Health Master Elite. That's what I'm using, and I'm also using the highest speed. Okay, these two blenders, they are so strong. They'll just blend the tomatoes so well that you won't see the seed or the skin. This is not a sponsored video, by the way. So just go ahead and transfer the tomatoes into a very big pot. It depends on the quantity you want to make, and then boil on a high heat. This was after about 45 minutes of boiling this very big pot of tomatoes. At this point, it was beginning to boil. So just make sure you scrape the sides of your pot so they don't get burnt. I have lots of tomatoes here. I have them in different pots and I'm going to be boiling them in batches. So this was after about 30 more minutes and I haven't gotten to the point I want. So when you are boiling your tomato, the main thing to look out for is when the water separates from the tomato. You don't necessarily need to note the time because the time I used in boiling mine may be different from yours because you may not boil the same quantity of tomatoes. So the main thing to look out for is just when the water separates from the tomato paste, okay? If you take a very close look, you will just see the water that is separate from the tomatoes. That's just it. For this very big pot, it took me total of 1 hour and 45 minutes to get to that point. here is our pot of tomatoes. The water separation is so obvious at this point. So you don't need to let it cool down. You can just transfer it immediately into your muslin bag. You may find a muslin bag online, either eBay or Amazon or any other online shop. You can also get a white pillow cover made of cotton and use as your muslin bag. Is going to serve. So just go ahead and transfer the tomatoes into the muslin bag. If you don't have a muslin bag but you have a mesh sieve, you can also use that. Okay, in my last video I used a mesh sieve and it worked so well. I'm going to link that video in the description box in case you want to see that as well. Let me know in the comment section, is there anything we can do with this tomato water, that's the tomato juice or the water that is coming out from this cooked tomatoes? Do you think we can use it for anything? Because I've seen some comments. Some people said we can use it for skincare, some said tomato soup, some said juice. But for me, I don't have any use for it at this point. But if you do, let me know in the comment section. After pouring the tomatoes into the muslin bag, tie the bag and place some heavy objects on the bag just to exert some pressure and drain out the excess water in the tomatoes. This was the next morning, and as you can see, our tomato paste is ready. Okay, it is ready. So the final thing I'm just going to do is to store this tomato paste. I have different method of storing my tomato paste. I have the freezer method and I have the canning method. I have the video already. In case you want to check it out, I'll link it in the description box. For this one here, I'm going to store in my freezer and they will stay for years. Okay, years. The ones I did last 2 years, I still have them in my freezer and they're still very good. Okay, very good. I just hope you try out this method. It is easy peasy. Okay, it is very easy and it's not stressful at all. It is not stressful at all. I just hope you try it and let me know in the comment section how it turns out. I hope you also share this video to your family and friends or anyone you know that might find it useful. Just share it and also subscribe to my channel. Make sure you check out my other videos to see what I have there. I'm sure that they will be of help to you. Thank you so much for watching and please subscribe and I'll see you in my next one. Until then, stay safe and God bless you.